Welcome to our 16th annual Play for K-Game benefiting Pink Zone. It's the perfect day to order a PA Pink Zone strawberry ice cream cone. This is a day we reflect on women's basketball coaching legend Kay Yao. There's so many times on the court, our own McKenna Marisa makes you say, wow. We continue to raise awareness and find a cure for breast cancer. Letting Leilani drive through the teeth of the defense is always a good offensive answer. Today's the day we all proudly wear pink. Shea Hagans is so fast, you may miss her if you blink. Since 2007, Pink Zone has raised over $3.2 million. Here at Penn State, we have tremendous athletes and very bright scholars. Every survivor is so tough and has thick skin. Now let's see the Lady Lions roar and go out and win. With that, we say hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pink Zone pregame show. I'm your host, Justin Answell, looking dapper as always on this day. It's my co-pilot, Joe Putnam. Joe, how are you?
Doing well. It's always exciting to be out here for Pink Zone. We're joined by all the survivors here in the practice gym at the Bryce Jordan Center, but we know there's so many more out there that are joining us here now that wish they could be here, and hopefully you will be back here again. But it's so great to have all the folks that are able to join us here in Happy Valley with us for this exciting event as we band together to fight breast cancer today.
We're bringing the juice for the next 45 minutes. If you don't know what juice stands for, it stands for jacked up, infectious, contagious energy. It all leads up to this afternoon's tilt against the Northwestern Wildcats, where Penn State looks to sweep the Northwestern Wildcats here in the 2021-22 campaign. But Joe, as you said, today it's not just about basketball. It's about something bigger than ourselves. The community, the synergy, it's all coming together. We're here to celebrate breast cancer survivors and just cancer survivors in general. We're here to look ahead to the future and try and find a cure and donate money. PAPinkZone.org on the bottom of your screen. You can make donations there. There's going to be a silent auction going on. We've got all the details throughout this, but this is something bigger than ourselves.
Absolutely, and it starts, with the game on the floor. The Lady Lions are going to break out their pink jerseys once again. They're also going to be wearing pink shoes today. There's going to be a lot of pink in the stands, and it's all because pink is the color of hope for breast cancer patient survivors, and all of them have been survivors. Their families are survivors as well, right there with them, and we are so proud to be along with all of the survivors who are joining us today, and we are proud to hopefully one day come together and make sure that we don't have to have another Pink Zone, but until then, we will continue on this Pink Zone tradition here at Penn State.
We've got a jam-packed 40 minutes. We're going to hear from some of the student athletes. We've got videos for you. We've got various interviews, and right off the bat, we've got our fearless leader, the Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics, Miss Sandy Barber. Sandy, welcome.
Thank you, Justin. Great to see you.
Absolutely.
Happy Pink Zone Day.
Happy Pink Zone Day, Sandy. It's great to have you here with us. Hey, you got to go all out for Pink Zone, right? Now, of course, Pink Zone's such a special day. We talked a little bit about it, but on a personal and professional level here at Penn State, what does Pink Zone mean to you?
Well, I think that every one of us our lives have all been touched by someone who, breast cancer in particular, but cancer by and large has touched all of our lives. And I think that this is just such a great opportunity for us to use our platform, Penn State Athletics, women's basketball, to use our platform to really bring to light the challenges and the opportunity to really kick cancer and kick breast cancer and really find a cure.
Absolutely. Now, Penn State has so many great athletics traditions. We're a program built on tradition, but also innovation. And Penn State was the first team to wear pink jerseys for a game on the floor in 2007, knowing that Penn State kickstarted this trend, which is swept nationwide. How does that make you feel?
Well, I mean, every time you see a team, a women's team, take the court in a pink uniform or a pink trimmed uniform or pink shoes, whatever it is, you know that Penn State played a part in getting that up and running. And again, using the women's basketball platform, which is only growing. I'm just so excited about where women's basketball how far it has come, where it's going, and then to use the platform for good in this way to promote breast cancer research and find a cure. It's that, being bigger, being part of something bigger than oneself. even bigger than this department, bigger than this program, bigger than obviously any of us individually. So Penn State has always been known for kind of being out front in terms of women's athletics. Investing in our women before Title IX told us we had to, etc. And Pink Zone and really getting after cancer research has certainly been one of those.
And we see now plenty of student athletes here greeting the survivors here on the pink carpet from other Penn State athletics teams. How does it make you feel that so many student athletes are united behind this common cause here today?
Well, it really warms my heart. It tells me that whether it's some combination of all of this, right? Whether it's through their families, through their own personal experiences, through the education that we've provided them with either in the classroom or outside of the classroom, that they understand that it is bigger than themselves and being part of something from a community standpoint, maybe from a national or a worldwide standpoint, to help be a part of finding a cure for cancer, finding a cure, wiping out breast cancer, and all those that in the future might be touched by it. I think that's such a huge lesson for our student athletes, and I love that they get it, they're buying in, they participate, and they don't just go through the motions. They're into it, and I know our women, I know the Lady Lions really love being a part of this.
Absolutely. Great atmosphere. And Sandy, thank you so much for helping to provide such a great atmosphere for an event like this with the whole Penn State athletics program.
Absolutely. It's the power of sport, and it's what we're all about.
Awesome. Sandy, thanks for joining us here. We really appreciate it. Vice President of American Collegiate Athletics, Sandy Barber, with us. Good luck today, and I know we're both wishing good luck to the Lady Lions.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great game. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Back to the pro, Justin.
Yeah, there we go.
Thank you so much, Sandy. And just to set the stage here, Joe, of what's going on, we're in right now the Bryce Jordan Center practice facility. Across the hall, we're going to have the game, 2 p.m. tip. You and I will be on the radio at 1:45. And we've got a pink carpet rolled out, and we're honoring all the survivors. We got paparazzi here. You talked about other student athletes are cheering on breast cancer survivors, other cancer survivors. There's great synergy here. Give it up. Anybody who's a cancer survivor, yeah!
All the survivors out there. Survivors.
They're making some noise.
They are.
I promise you.
They are. They're enjoying some of the
noise.
great food and drink that we've got here.
Yes.
You see them milling about. Everybody's visiting with one another because this is the first time, I'm sure, for a lot of these folks, we've been able to get together.
Cardboard
in
cutouts
person.
last year.
Exactly.
But it feels good to be next to you right now. And a lot of the diehards, you guys know the team. Some of you may be tuning in on Twitter and Facebook right now, and you're familiarizing yourself with the team. Our brand is growing each and every day. Let's meet some of the student athletes right now here for the 2021-22 Penn State Lady Lions.
Allie Brigham, Franklin High School, Franklin, Massachusetts.
MK Brouwer, United School of Sports, Zurich, Switzerland.
Naya Beverly, St. John's College High School, Laurel, Maryland.
Leilani Kapanis, James Madison Memorial High School, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tova Sable, Bromma Gymnasium, Stockholm, Sweden.
Anna Camden, the Shipley School, Downingtown, Pennsylvania.
Kayla Thomas, Riverdale Baptist, Beltsville, Maryland.
Maddie Burke, Central Bucks West, Doylestown, PA.
McKenna Marisa, Peters Township High School, McMurray, Pennsylvania.
Allie Campbell, Bellwood Annis High School, Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Shay Higgins, Oswald Park, Manassas, Virginia.
Kelly Jaycott, Cumberland Valley, Enola, Pennsylvania.
Off the court, so affable, gregarious. They're great to be around. We get to travel with them this year. We love these kids. And what stands out to me when you look at this roster is the makeup of this roster, the job that Coach Keeger and her staff have done to kind of build a fence around the Keystone State. You've got 4 outstanding student athletes that hail from Pennsylvania, and McKenna Marisa, Kelly Jaycott, Anna Camden, and Allie Campbell. Those 4 young women, they're great ambassadors for this state and this school.
They absolutely are. What's the phrase we've heard another Penn State athletics team use? Dominate the state. That's what Penn State women's basketball is doing, and it continues to grow. And we're talking about all parts of the state. You know, Maddie Burke from Eastern PA, McKenna Marisa, Western PA, Kelly Jaycott here in South Central Pennsylvania, and really we're seeing more and more players see Penn State in the Big Ten Conference. Of course, with the atmosphere that events like Pink Zone have, there's going to be a lot of threes today. That's for sure. When Penn State and Northwestern get together, the 3 ball is going to be used. But this is a great opportunity, and we're going to see these Lady Lions come through the practice gym to greet some of these survivors quickly before they head out onto the floor later on. And the connection that they feel here, there's not a whole lot of places I think you can get that sort of connection.
We've got a hype video soon to be aired with help get the juices flowing, but I know I got a busy woman standing by my side, the executive director of Pink Zone, Trish Fulvio. Trish, welcome aboard. Great to see you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your
Absolutely, Trish.
having me on.
Great to have you with us, and we're all back together again, having people here for Pink Zone 2022. How does that feel to be able to gather together all the survivors, the players, everybody that is a part of a quote-unquote normal Pink Zone event?
It's almost surreal. It's been such a long time. To have everybody here in person, the energy is incredible. We're just so happy that we were able to do it this year.
Absolutely. Now, of course, Pink Zone, you've got a lot of things going on, but just if you could give us a synopsis of what being the executive director of Pink Zone at Penn State means. I know it means a lot.
It's a little bit of everything. I'm basically running the day-to-day operations of Pink Zone, and we have two main focuses at Pink Zone. One is research, which is so important, but the other is a direct support program where we provide financial assistance directly to patients who are having problems.
Now, and we talk about research, the K-Alpha, and of course this is the Play for K game, that's important.
Yes.
But what does it mean to be able to provide that direct support to families in need through treatment and care?
To me, it's just an unbelievable thing that we can do. There's a stunning statistic. Families with cancer who experience cancer are 260% more likely to experience bankruptcy. That's a stunning statistic. And it doesn't always come from the medical expenses. It comes from losing your job, not being able to work. Suddenly you've got 3 months of a mortgage payment. It adds up very quickly. So we are thrilled that we can help people.
And of course, Pink Zone is very much tied in with Penn State Lady Lion basketball. It's been that way since the start. We're going on 15, 16 years now. What does it mean to be able to connect to the team and to have the team connected so closely to Pink Zone?
It is such an honor to be part of the Lady Lions basketball, to be part of Penn State, the greatest university in the country. I'm a Penn Stater.
Yes, indeed.
And so it's just a tremendous honor, and we couldn't do it without them.
And Trish, I know that there's so many ways people can support the Pink Zone efforts today, the Play for K game benefiting Pink Zone, the auction, there's direct support that of course you can make as well. How can folks most directly support the Pink Zone cause today, whether they're here in Happy Valley or they're watching from afar?
It's very simple. Go on our website, which is papinkzone.org. You can participate in the auction, or you can make a donation by clicking the donate button. So any way that you do that, we thank you.
Awesome. Trish, thank you so much for joining us. It's
Thank
great
you.
to be here. It's great to be able to talk to you face to face this year. We are Penn State.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Trish, to a wonderful 16th year here at PA Pink Zone. Alongside Joe Putnam, I'm Justin Answell. The first 2 years in the Carolyn Keeger era, the theme was Ignite the Pride. You're building something. You're starting from scratch. You're molding clay. You're building something. In year 3, Joe, the theme is Unleash the Pride. Let it unravel. Let it flow. Let it all out. And we're going to get you hyped right now. You want your juice flowing? If it's not already flowing, shame on you. But now it's really going to start flowing. We got a hype video we're going to air right now just for you.
Breaking ankle, Kelly Jacot lines it in and blocked by Camden from behind. Oh, and it's a great steal. 4-on-1 number to the trailer Sable. Extra pass Beverly. Corner pocket 3. It's good. Angles her way in, pirouettes and scores. 5-ball takeaway for Jay Hagan. First to the hoop, plays it in with the righty finger roll.
Rejected out of bounds. Kapanis out of nowhere.
Kapanis picks it off. Another steal for the Lady Lions. Outlet to Brigham, streaks down the court and scores. Pitch to Kapanis, scoop shot, counts in the foul.
Blocked by Bird.
Pulls up for three, splash.
Video that they play at the Jordan Center just moments before the Lady Lions are introduced over the loudspeaker. Get you fired up, Joe.
It sure does. I mean, the storm, the pink storm today that the Lady Lions are going to bring against the Northwestern Wildcats, it's going to be something to behold. But, of course, Justin, Pink Zone has a long history here. We talked about it with Sandy Barber. Penn State was the very first team in the country to wear pink jerseys. They did so in 2007 against Wisconsin, and it's just grown and grown since then. They're going to wear the blue, the white, and the pink today again as well. But so many great things have happened over the decade and a half plus of Pink Zone.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of those magical moments.
In early 2007, Lady Lion basketball began to think differently about the game and the impact it has on fans. The first ever game to raise awareness about breast cancer was held on February 4th, 2007, honoring about 30 survivors at halftime, raising more than $20,000. With the exponential growth of the Pink Zone game at Penn State, the Pennsylvania Pink Zone organization was established in 2011. Pennsylvania Pink Zone supports and fundraises year-round in the fight against breast cancer. That includes research and partnership with the K-Yow Cancer Fund and direct support to those battling breast cancer and survivors in central Pennsylvania. Thanks to the generous contributions of individuals and sponsors, the Pink Zone has distributed more than $2 million to support those efforts. Pink Zone at Penn State strives to build awareness of breast cancer, honor those who have lost their battle, support those who are battling daily, and celebrate survivors of this devastating disease. This year and every year, join Lady Lion Basketball and Pennsylvania Pink Zone at the Bryce Jordan Center for the annual Pink Zone game to celebrate life, love, and perseverance. We are
Penn State. Wow, great video produced by our video team, narrated by our own Alex Rabb. Really emotional stuff. It's amazing how we've also transitioned from like standard definition to now HD TV, and we're streaming things on Twitter and Facebook. It's amazing how things have changed over the last decade and a half. And I want to get back to something that you and Sandy were talking about, the synergy amongst all the student athletes here at Penn State University. It's not just about women's basketball today, Joe. It's about a lot of other teams, and we have the privilege and honor to talk to some of these young women, starting with Donna Howell of women's gymnastics. Donna, let's go!
Yep.
Woo!
Hi. Hello, Donna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Excellent. I know you've been cheering on all the survivors, walking the pink carpet. What's that been like for you?
It's been a great experience. We've never been a part of anything like this, but it's a lot of fun. Seeing everyone walk down, it's just a little bit emotional. My team's getting emotional down there, but we're happy to honor them and keep encouraging them to keep fighting.
Absolutely. Now, you're along with the rest of your gymnastics team. I know you're in the midst of your season right now, but just like this event is welcoming fans back this year, you guys welcomed fans back in Rec Hall for the meet earlier this year against Yale. What's it like to have people in the seats cheering you on here during each of your meets at Rec Hall?
It's amazing to have fans again. It just brings so much more energy, so much more excitement. Just looking up, seeing family, little kids that looking up to you, like, it's just so much more encouraging and fun.
Absolutely. Now, being here at Pink Zone, I know you said this is the first time you've been able to be part of something like this. How does the whole experience hit you right now?
Like I said, a little bit emotional because like it's such a great thing to celebrate, but also like just raising awareness for this disease. Like, we want to keep encourage everyone to like keep fighting, keep being strong, keep fighting for a cure. And it's just a great thing to be a part of, and we're thankful that we were invited.
And I know you've been part of Where Pink Meets in the past for Penn State Gymnastics. When you're able to be part of that atmosphere, wear the pink leotard, get out, bust out the pink for the meets at Rec Hall, what is that like for you personally?
There's nothing that matches it. It just takes the excitement to a whole nother level. And and just seeing how much you're impacting people's lives and how much you're helping and like how much it means to them just makes it even more special.
Awesome. Well, Donna, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to see you and the rest of the women's gymnastics team out here. 2 weeks. I know you're home against Ohio State, so folks can come out and catch you there. But in the meantime, best of luck to you guys, and great seeing you out here at Pink Zone.
Thank you.
Awesome. Donna, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Woo! Gotta love it. Love the support from all female student athletes, male student athletes. Great synergy here at the Bryce Jordan Center practice facility. We got one more young woman coming to the stage here. Let's talk to Amanda Mack from softball. We're going to bring her up here. They're getting ready. Season starts, what, like 10 days, Joe?
Yeah, it'll be here before we know it, that's for sure. Of course, a little southern venture for
let's bring
Penn
Amanda.
State
Yeah,
softball.
she's going to go to Florida soon.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Amanda, good to see you.
Thank you
Amanda,
so much for having me.
you're an infielder for Penn State softball team.
Yes.
I know you guys are really looking forward to this upcoming season.
Yeah, we're very excited. We have 3 more practices until we head out to Leesburg for our first tournament, and we're just really excited to show all the hard work that we've been doing and to put it out there. Yeah, we're really excited.
I talked about it a little with Donna, having fans back. I know it's been a long time for you guys. You played in front of family only last season at Beard Field at Nittany Lions Softball Park. What do you think it'll be like when fans return and you have a home game in front of all those fans?
Yeah, I think it's really going to be an atmosphere a lot of us on the team haven't experienced. Really, the only people who have experience having fans are our seniors. So I think it's really going to be a very exciting atmosphere and something that we're all really looking forward to.
Absolutely. Now, being part of this event, I know you and the rest of your softball teammates were cheering on the survivors as they walk the pink carpet here. What is it like seeing them parade their years of survivorship down the line?
No, for sure. And to be honest, on behalf of Penn State softball, we really admire all the strength and dedication that all of those who have been impacted by this disease really have. And I think it's amazing that basketball has this opportunity, and I hope that we do too. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know you're going to be cheering on the Lady Lions on the floor today, right?
Yes, we will.
All right. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And
Nice to meet you.
softball season is coming up at Penn State before we know it. I wasn't lying. 3 more
Thank you very
practices,
much.
then the road slate. We'll see you at Beard Field at Nittany Lions Softball Park.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yep, Amanda
Bring
Mack.
some of that warm weather to State College when you come back, please. Oh, this is great. This is absolutely great, Joe. We've got various videos going on throughout our Pink Zone series. Let's air another one right now.
There are opportunities for us, of course, to raise funds. That's a very important part of it. It's a fundraising part, because then it filters out to the beneficiaries and the other people who are touched. But Pink Zone, in all of its entirety, says we just want to celebrate you. Whether you're 1 year, 40 years, whether you are someone who is going through treatment right now, has been through treatment, maybe it has come back, maybe you're dealing with it 2 or 3 or 4 times. There are people like that. Maybe you're a person that has been given a metastatic breast cancer diagnosis and you're not really sure what your future holds. It's a celebration and an opportunity to say, we are celebrating today. That's what Pink Zone means to me.
Tammy Miller, one of the many survivors on hand here today at the Bryce Jordan Practice Center facility. We've got more survivors behind us here on the pink carpet. And it's not just about survivors. It's not just about fellow student athletes from other teams. We've got alums here too, Joe. One of them is downtown Amanda Brown, one of the most athletic Lady Lions. Let's come up to the stage here. She's very tall, very athletic. Welcome, yes. You're towering over us here.
Amanda, welcome back to Penn State.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Now, you've been part of this Lady Lion program. In fact, I believe you were also part of the very first team at Pink Zone in 2007.
Yes.
What was it like the first time you saw those jerseys that Coach Portland showed you and then getting on the floor with them?
It was unbelievable. I remember when Coach Portland threw out the idea of doing a Pink Zone game, and we thought we had to change jerseys, we had to do, all these different events, but it was unbelievable. It was probably one of the most memorable games that I can ever remember. It was so much fun. There was so much support and so many fans dressed in pink, and it was just an amazing day.
And now to see other teams across the country, and it's spreading across the world, wearing these pink jerseys, knowing you were the first, what does it mean for you?
It's just so special. special because I think everybody understands what a special cause this is and how important this is. And it's so nice to see, especially female athletes, kind of come together for a cause like this. And it's really neat to have been a part of the first group that did this.
Now, of course, it's been a decade and a half plus later, but I know you're still a member of the Lady Lion family, as are all the alums coming back. What does that bond mean between not only the Lady Lions you played with, but the ones that came before you, the ones that have come after you, and the ones that are playing now?
You know, it feels like just yesterday. It feels like yesterday I was running sprints in this South Gym. It feels like yesterday I was on that court, and we'll always have that bond. And with my former teammates, you know, and I feel a bond to the teammates that are playing now because we all have gone through the same thing. We are a part of Penn State, the Lady Lions, and it's just so special to be back.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to have you here with us for these Pink Zone festivities. I know you're going to be cheering loud for the Lady Lions today. What's it like to be part of this experience here this afternoon?
It's fantastic. And I brought my husband, and my 6-year-old son is going to be here in the stands. So we'll all be cheering really hard, and we're really excited to be a part of today.
Generations of Penn Staters, right?
Absolutely. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Well, Amanda, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you. It's always great to have all of our alumni back. And obviously, you know, you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you so much. It's great to be back.
Awesome. Amanda Brown-Streeter with us. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Amanda.
Enjoy the great Pink Zone festivities we've got here. I hear "We Are" chants breaking out all over the place here right now.
We've heard from Lady Lion alums from basketball. We've heard softball. We've got women's gymnastics. We're going to bring in field hockey right now. Gemma Punch is coming up. She's a striker from Australia. Gemma, come on down.
Yes, indeed.
She plays for Coach Shar, a living legend.
Yes, indeed. Gemma, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. I know I had the privilege of seeing you guys play throughout the season. Great season, NCAA tournament. Yeah. What was it like to be able to get out there in the fall after having a spring season last year?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty tough considering we had just played in the spring. So doing back-to-back seasons was tough, but I got to say, it's amazing to have fans back out there again. Having those family in the crowd supporting and friends, like, it's just such a great feeling being able to, you know, have actual people watching this time.
Playing at Penn State at such a high level, the Big Ten Conference, you guys in the top 10 pretty much the entire season. What is it like to play at that high level here?
Look, every game's tough. Like, you think you're going to have an easy game, and it's like, oh, just kidding, you're coming up against Maryland. Like, the Big Ten Conference in general is just never an easy game. So to be in the top end of that half, like, wow. Just amazing. It's the girls, honestly. It's the hard work they put in. So in the end, you deserve it if you put in the work. So.
Speaking of being with the girls, you're here with them today for Pink Zone, greeting the survivors as they walk down the pink carpet, cheering them on. What is it like for you as someone here at Penn State to see an event like this?
It's honestly just great to get back to the community. I've only been here for 5 minutes, and I was with the girls, and we already started tearing up because it's just such an amazing opportunity to be here and watch these survivors like strut their stuff down the aisle, if you will, the pink carpet, holding up how many years that they've been for cancer-free now. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Gemma, great to talk with you. It's great that you're here. I know we're looking forward to seeing you again next fall out at the Penn State Field Hockey Complex, and we're looking forward to a lot of more great games for Penn State Field Hockey and head coach Charlene Moret-Curtis.
Yes. No, I look forward to it. Thanks so much for having me.
We are Penn State.
Thanks, Gemma. Yes.
Thank you.
Very cool. And what I really love about Penn State, Joe, it's the global brand.
Yes.
It's not just here in Pennsylvania like we talked about with some of the athletes earlier in the show, but it's the brand. I mean, on the women's basketball team, MK Brouwer's from Switzerland.
Yep.
Tova Sable's from Sweden. We just heard from Gemma Punch from Australia. When you say Penn State, it resonates throughout the country.
And throughout the country and throughout the world. I mean, there's a reason that Penn State has the largest alumni base in the world, worldwide. The Penn State Alumni Association, the largest alumni association worldwide. There's a reason for that, and it's because of what Penn State means to so many people, and Pink Zone means a lot to a lot of people as well. And to fuse those things together, Pink Zone at Penn State, it holds a special place in a lot of people's hearts. And I know after today, it's going to hold a special place in a lot of the players' hearts that are here. And you know that all the survivors that are here. I mean, last year or 2 years ago, Justin, we had 3,678 years of survivorship on the floor at one time at halftime. We're going to have another halftime ceremony, and we know that there are some folks that, due to the circumstances, can't make it, but believe me, you're here with us, and you'll be here with us all throughout this process because we're there with you in your fight. We all band together for this common cause.
Please make donations at papinkzone.org. We're going to continue on with our video series with another one right now.
I'm Mitch Kirsch, and I am the president of the Pink Zone Board. I am also a 14-year breast cancer survivor. Pink Zone was founded to be a force in the community at large in central Pennsylvania, and our hope is to support all those cancer patients as well as their families who are struggling with a breast cancer diagnosis, as well as all the treatments and the emotional toll that goes along with it. So I want the community to know that we are here for you, because sometimes when you get a cancer diagnosis, it feels like you're alone and you really don't know where to go. And I will say, when I was first diagnosed, that first few months and that first year, I didn't want to see anything pink, and I just wanted to deal with it and put it behind me and move on. And so I remember feeling that way. And I don't think I ever want to forget that feeling, because I think that I can bring that perspective to any of our decisions, any of our discussions. Just because you're a survivor doesn't mean that all survivors feel the same way or will approach the disease the same way. I think there's a broad range of diversity in the survivor population, and I want to make sure that we remember that. We started because of women's basketball, so it's a very close relationship, and that relationship is extremely important, I think, to all of us, that we are tied together in our history, and as we plan our futures, we work very closely with women's basketball. We are very fortunate to be a part of it. And I've been on the floor for many years with all the survivors on the floor, and it's a very powerful feeling to be surrounded by all of those people who have been through similar experiences. Knowing that different health centers and medical centers and individual patients personally benefit from the work that we do is so gratifying and so rewarding, and that's why we keep doing what we do.
Thank you so much, Mitch. Great stories right there. Alongside Joe Putnam, I'm Justin Answell. We're just about 90 minutes away from tip between Northwestern and Penn State, the 16th annual Play for K Pink Zone game. This Pink Zone has already raised $3.2 million over the last decade and a half, and more money is going to be raised. We got silent auctions going on. People can buy pink t-shirts. What else is going on throughout the day, Joe?
Oh, there's so much, and it starts right here. Of course, the Survivors reception is going on behind us here in the South Gym of the Bryce Jordan Center. Survivors are registering, entering their years of survivorship again. Over 3,600 years of survivorship in 2020, and we certainly, we're just building on more of that through the efforts of Pink Zone. We're getting more and more survivors, which is great to see. But of course, it's all about fighters. It's about honoring those who have fought before as well, and we're certainly cognizant of that. But not only do we have all the survivors joining us here in Happy Valley, here in the practice gym, the South Gym, we also have a photo booth. They're doing some caricatures,
balloons, yeah.
Lots of balloons, pink and white balloons all over the place, creating luminaria bags as well. But it continues on. Of course, gates are opening up for Pink Zone here momentarily as well. And as fans enter into the Jordan Center, they'll be able to walk around the concourse, see all the items that are up for bids in our auction that is available online. More details on that on the Penn State women's basketball social media channels. A lot of you are watching us through that right now, so you can check it out. It's the Pink Zone auction. Plenty of great items, a lot of great experiences, a lot of great memorabilia items, signed items, all up for bids, and the proceeds are going towards the Pink Zone beneficiaries, including the K-Yow Fund, the namesake of Play for K. This is, of course, the Play for K game. benefiting Pink Zone. And then at halftime, we'll have the survivors on the court. Terry Parker will be performing, a survivor herself. It's always great to hear her voice. And we will have a great photo, the traditional photo of all the survivors at midcourt holding up their signs with their years of survivorship. And again, those years just keep on climbing and climbing and climbing. It's so great to see, and it's all part of Pink Zone at Penn State. And the most important part is all of you, whether you're joining us from afar or here in Happy Valley right now. Pink Zone at Penn State is about all of us coming together for one common cause: to fight breast cancer, to spread awareness for the fight against breast cancer, and to hopefully one day overcome breast cancer.
They may not be selling dapper-looking tuxedos like you're wearing, but be sure to buy some pink gear at the bookstore. They're selling pink clothes throughout this week. Jen Geyer, general manager, does a great job of getting great clothes in, and a lot of those proceeds benefit the aforementioned K-Al Fund and Pink Zone as well. Let's have another video, part of our video series right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Cam Gissendaner and I am reaching out to you guys from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am the current head women's basketball coach at La Roche University, and I'm also a former Lady Lion, representing for the class of 2008-2009. Pink Zone is just, it's a statement, and I think everybody can relate. Everybody has a story. Everybody knows someone that has been impacted by breast cancer, and I just think what better way to represent these ladies by to honor them and celebrate them through having games like the Pink Zone. I think as a player, like, usually your mindset is focused on the game and the prep and who exactly you're going to beat, and all I'm thinking is like, we have to win this game, we have to win this game. Also in the back of my mind, I'm like, we have pink on today, so we have to really represent for these ladies who have been fighting literally for their lives. So we got to put on the show, make sure we represent for them. I didn't really understand the impact until like now, like things come full circle and you're like, wow, like we were some of the first to start the trend of the pink game. And I'm just honored, and it's just such a blessing to know the impact that we made on a national level. And I'm grateful to have been a part of that.
And the tradition has been so strong the last decade and a half. You know, Joe, there's 348 Division I women's basketball teams. They all have a Pink Day game sometime this month, in the month of February. Of the 348 teams, the first team to ever wear pink, and I know you and Sandy talked about it earlier in the show, was Penn State back on February 4th, 2007. That's fun stuff.
It is indeed, to be an innovator in that, and it just has kept on growing and growing. It's great to hear from Cam. We heard from Amanda Brown-Streeter here earlier on. Cam was also on that first team to wear the pink jerseys, and now you see that sea of pink right now in the Jordan Center. Folks making their way in, pink shakers, the pink three-point signs. It's all decorated pink, and to see that decorated from top to bottom of the Jordan Center, all pink, it's the kind of event that this has grown into over a decade and a half plus. And as a matter of fact, Justin, right now, the Penn State Lady Lions are making their way into the South Gym here at the Bryce Jordan Center. There you see on the right of your screen, the Penn State Lady Lions are are next to and joining their fellow student athletes here and cheering on these pink survivors. They're getting ready to go for this game, and it's just another part of the tradition that Penn State has. Anna Camden, I think, is going to lead a little round of We Are's.
We've got Anna Camden, McKenna Marisa. They got the bright pink socks. They've got the pink headbands as well. They're getting everybody hyped up here. You got to love this crew. That's Anna Camden, a co-captain, a broadcast journalism major. She's got over 14,000 Instagram followers, 236,000 TikTok followers.
Yep.
You know Anna Camden. If you don't know her on the court, you know her somewhere off the court. She's an ideal leader for this program.
She absolutely is, and it's great because the tradition, traditions keep on going because there's new people, new blocks to build upon and rise further and further. Anna Camden is one of those blocks. Carolyn Keeger cultivating so many more of those ladies who can continue on this tradition and the great traditions of Penn State Lady Lion basketball. And there's a lot of great things going on around the corner, and it starts today against Northwestern on the court. But of course, this game is about so much more than basketball. It's about joining together in the fight against breast cancer.
And when you talk about what makes Penn State special, sure, it's in a great geographic location, it's got amazing facilities, but at the end of the day, it's about the people that play here, the people that really work here, and that's what makes Penn State special. And I know you and I can speak for you, you, I know this, Joe, and myself, one of our favorite employees here at Penn State is Susan Robinson. We're going to hear from her right now, Lady Lion legend.
Susan Robinson Fruchtel, played at Penn State 88 to 92, but I was on the coaching staff when the first Pink Zone game was organized in 2007. The whole women's basketball world really, I think, learned Okay's story, Coach Yao's story, very quickly. We knew that she had been fighting the battle of breast cancer for many years, and she had been in remission for many years. But I think it got real again, and it just became kind of an outcry, nationally. Penn State has always gotten behind different initiatives and initiatives for women's sports. That first year, I just remember, all the pink in the building. And our players were very excited, what occurred the years afterwards, to what it really became, and now how Carolyn has really embraced it. But it's really all about honoring those survivors and the people who have supported them in their lives. And we want to celebrate the fight and the battle.
Coach here. She's been an athletic director at St. Francis, a head coach at Providence, and now she's the director of major gifts for the Nittany Lion Club, helping raise money for this tremendous university.
Absolutely. Susan Robinson Fruchtel is all of what is good about Penn State. It's great to hear her perspective, being a Lady Lion basketball great, and now coming back here to Happy Valley. But like you said, Justin, she has been a coach and athletic director at St. Francis, at Providence, took the pink philosophy there as well, this sort of pink zone concept around as well, and help to make it grow. And that's something else that Penn State does exceptionally well, is innovate and spread it throughout the whole landscape of collegiate sports. And Susan's just another example of that, and what a great player. I just heard a podcast released recently with John Amici where he disclosed the devastating spin move he had was taught to him by Susan Robinson Fruchtel. So a great teacher and a great advocate for Penn State.
Yeah, a mentor to you and I for sure. And February's so special because it's a free throw initiative month. Every team raises money based on the amount of free throws they made, and you can make a donation too. So for every free throw Penn State makes, you can go to pledgeit.org. What tell us more about it.
Absolutely. Head to the Lady Lions social media channels on Twitter, on Facebook, at Penn State WBB. You can get the full details as well. Make a pledge for each free throw the Lady Lions hit during the month of February. Already one game under the Lady Lions belt.
They've hit 13.
13 so far, and this is a team that hits about 71% of its free throws. So if they can get to the line, that means more pledges from you and more bucks raised for the fight against breast cancer through the beneficiaries of Pink Zone.
Yeah, it's pledgeit.org is the website. Then in the top right corner, type in PSU space play for K, and then you can make your donation there. So let's just say you donate $10 for every free throw made, $130 would go to the K out.
You'll be having a big charge on your statement.
Who's the 8th best free throw shooter in the Big Ten at 82%.
And let's not forget, Justin, Penn State was perfect from the free throw line
the last time they played Northwestern
2 weeks ago in Evanston. So this is a great way. And trust me, when you make a pledge, know that the Lady Lions have it in their minds as well. They're trying to get to the line and raise money for Play for K, and also help themselves on to victory at the same time. And that's what I would call a win-win.
We're going to put a bow on our video series right now with one final flick.
I am Sean Swires. I am a survivor and also currently still battling breast cancer for my second time. I was originally diagnosed about 7.5 years ago with triple-negative breast cancer. About 4 or 5 months ago, I was diagnosed for the second time. I was in the 2% of survivors that actually get a reoccurrence in the same location. I have undergone 12 chemo treatments. I just had surgery about a week and a half ago. Now we are just waiting for the pathology reports to see what our next step is. We'll be doing about a year's worth of Keytruda treatments as the immunotherapy to try to continue this battle. So hopefully there is not a third time. There was a lot of things that I might have been afraid to do prior to getting cancer the first time. that I have just decided there's no sense in being afraid of those things anymore, and you embrace them and just spend as much time with family that you can, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. You do learn who your true friends are, who's there to support you, who's there to just be able to help no matter what it is, the little things that people just don't think about, if whether it's bringing a meal, if it's just even calling, texting, checking in to make sure that, you're okay. I absolutely think the connection with Penn State and Pink Zone is amazing. It's great to know that there's the support that's out there for anybody who, a lot of times when you first get that diagnosis, you might have seen Pink Zone in the past, but you might not really understand what it's all about and what it's there and how it can help you. But you just have to stay positive, embrace your family and friends, and fight the fight as best as you can.
For being a hero, for being an ambassador. All right, we've talked Pink Zone, we've talked to alumni, other student athletes. Let's talk basketball. You and I love talking basketball. It's why we love this university. This is going to be a really good matchup. Northwestern against Penn State. They've already hooked up once. That was back on January 20th. Penn State eked out a win, 63-59. It was a really tight seesaw affair, Joe. The largest lead for either team in that game was 5 points. You talked about it, free throws. They were really the difference in that game. Veronica Burden had a chance towards the tail end, missed a couple of pivotal free throws. She's an All-American. McKenna Marisa put the team on her back, and this team starts and ends with McKenna Marisa, the nation's 7th leading scorer at over 22 points per game.
Absolutely, and second in the Big Ten only to Caitlin Clark, who is number 1 in the country in scoring. And McKenna, was 10 for 10 from the free throw line herself in that game, but she got a lot of help. Leilani Kapanis had a big game as well, a near double-double. Also added 6 steals in that game, was a big force on the defensive end. And you've also got other players who have come to the fore since then. And I think an X factor in this game is going to be Tova Sable. Justin, we've seen her over the past week and a half be a very good wing defender on the zone. She's the kind of player that steps in, does the little things. She's the leading charge taker on this Penn State team, and she can hit the three as well. Career high is 5 last year against Syracuse. She has the capability to beat it. Maybe not today, but pretty soon. And but it's going to take a team effort. McKenna is going to need some help. She got that against Northwestern 2 weeks ago at Evanston, and I think she'll need it again today against a player in Veronica Burton, who, like you said, Justin, is one of the nation's best defenders and is the heart and soul of that Wildcat team.
2-time Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. She stuffs the stat sheet. She's 3rd in the nation in steals per game at 4. But Penn State's got some nifty defenders, too. Their defensive captains in Shea Higgins and Leilani Kapanis, who's becoming not just an athlete, Joe, but a really phenomenal basketball player. Double figures, 9 straight games. The last Lady Lion to do that was Machine Gun Maggie Lucas in 2010-2011. That's some historic company.
It absolutely is. And she's just building on her game, getting better and better. She can play inside, outside. A player like Maddie Burke can do the same. We're looking at her right now, getting ready to go. You know, you talked about Machine Gun Maggie. Justin, we've seen Maddie Burke be a machine gun, too, from beyond the arc, as with Anna Camden, who we saw rocking the pink hair today as well. And you see the pink socks, the pink shoes. This is a Lady Lion team that is all in for Pink Zone 2022.
There's Camden, their student manager, Matt Gross, getting some rebounding in. This is some really, really exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to it. We've got cardboard cutouts last year, real survivors, real heroes here this year. It's going to be a phenomenal atmosphere at the Jordan Center.
It will be, and we certainly hope that we've been able to provide for those of you who might not have been able to make it or needed a glimpse of what Pink Zone is like once again. We hope that we were able to bring that to you here today, and it's going to be a raucous atmosphere inside the Jordan Center. There's only one Pink Zone game a year, and today is it, and it's going to be special. It's going to be exciting. Going to be a great matchup. And hopefully the Lady Lions can come away with a victory and rise back up in the Big Ten standings.
Couple notes on Northwestern. They're led by 14th-year head coach Joe McEwen, one of the savviest basketball minds in the business, 2020 Big Ten Coach of the Year. He's a philanthropist. He's done a lot for various charities as well, so we tip our cap to Coach McEwen. And this is a Northwestern team, Joe. They're very defensive-minded. They're number 1 in the Big Ten in steals, number 1 in the Big Ten in blocks. They kind of want to slow you down, play a grinded-out pace. The Lady Lions, they like to run in transition and utilize their athletic athleticism.
But you know what? Some of the Lady Lions' best performances this year have been against teams just like that. Rutgers here at home early in the conference schedule, Northwestern 2 weeks ago. So this is a Lady Lion team that adapts very well to that style, and they're going to need to today, of course, with the support of everybody in the stands for this Pink Zone event.
Final thoughts on this event here, Joe?
Well, you know, Pink Zone at Penn State is very special. It's gone on now. This is the 16th edition, and hopefully it'll keep going on and on for years to come. Hopefully, as I said before, hopefully one day we won't have to have Pink Zone anymore. It'll just be about celebrating those who have survived. But that's what we're trying to do today, raise awareness and funds for the fight against breast cancer. And right here in Happy Valley is where it all started, the pink jerseys, and it has grown nationwide. It's even grown across the street. I have firsthand experience with the State College Spikes, the annual Paint the Park pink event in the summertime. We see pink events, wear pink events all over this Penn State campus throughout. Pink is at the foundation of Penn State. Pink and black, the original school colors, but now we've transformed that pink as a symbol of hope, and it's so great to be part of it with you, Justin, and with all of you out there. Together, we will unite in this fight against breast cancer, and together, we're going to cheer on our Lady Lions today.
And today's about smiling and just having fun, doing what you love. It's such a privilege to be here, and there's so many great survivors, and you know, we also have to remember the ones that we lost.
Yep.
Too, unfortunately, to breast cancer. So we're thinking of them too, not just celebrating survivors, but thinking about all the people we lost, and all this money is going towards the future and hope, like you mentioned too. For the Lady Lions, just go out there, smile, and do what you love. You got a great crowd around you. Joe and I are pulling for you. Thanks to everybody who made this event really, really special. Thanks to our producers, Ross Woomer, Alex Robb, Sean McDermott, our marketing directors, David Weston and Pete Menez, all our guests who joined us as well.
We'll throw in Matt Wagner as well. Did a lot of great work as well.
That's the hardest working guy behind the scenes with Jim Nachman as well. This was a great event, Joe.
Absolutely. It's great to be here with you and everybody else for this event. It's so great. You know, we were kind of here last year for an event like this, but it just grows another level when you have everybody surrounding you like this, all these survivors here in the South Gym, and it's just going to build and build from here.
Unleash the pride, keep bringing the juice, jacked up, infectious, contagious energy. We got tip between Northwestern and Penn State shortly after 2 p.m. Halftime ceremony is going to be marvelous with all the survivors on the court, letting us know how many years cancer-free they are as well. You can listen to Joe and I at 1:45 on the Penn State Sports Network here in Happy Valley or across the globe. Game will also be on BTN+. Joe, this was fun.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a great game and looking forward to doing this again next year.
For our entire team behind the scenes and Joe Putnam, I'm Justin Answell signing off from the Bryce Jordan Center practice facility. We'll talk to you across the hall in the BJC in less than an hour. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.